Guys, Cyborg powering up with another video, and today we will be doing a tier list. This tier list is for the worst 5 brawlers in the game. Now, keeping in mind this is my opinion. There might be some brawlers that you disagree with, or there might be some brawlers that you think should be on here. So, before we get into the video, I just wanted to give some honorable mentions of brawlers you really shouldn't be picking, but they can sort of be alright. So, first off, one of the worst brawlers in the game, but does not make this list, is Gale. Gale's damage is just very inconsistent. The jump pad isn't good. However, he can be played on some hot zone and brawl ball maps. The second brawler is Leon. Again, Leon's just not... It takes Leon a while to charge up his super because people up higher are able to keep their distance, and his gadget is not good. However, he is pretty good on gem grab. He has been used a little in scrims on gem grab, but never in monthly finals or monthly qualifiers or anything. However, the Invisi-Heal star power gives him some viability, and all he really needs is a good second gadget to bring himself back into the meta. So those are going to be the honorable mentions. Let's head on to number 5. Heading on to number 5, in my opinion, Edgar is one of the worst brawlers in the game. Now, keep in mind, I will be playing in solo showdown, but this is for 3v3s. So, of course, Edgar's like a top... No one saw that. Edgar's like a top brawler in solo showdown. There's this 8-bit. I don't understand how this 8-bit got turret. I guess he killed somebody, but yeah. Edgar, in Showdown, he collects power cubes really fast, which makes him good. However, there are no power cubes in 3v3s. And in 3v3s, it is really easy to counter Edgar. All you have to do is just save your ammo. If you see Edgar with the jump, just, as a tank or something, save your ammo. Or even as, a spike. Just make sure you have at least 2 ammo prepared when Edgar has a jump. And it is so easy to counter Edgar. Once the gadgets are gone, he's basically just there to die. So that's why Edgar is one of the worst brawlers in the game. He doesn't really shine. I know he was used a little bit on monthly finals and splitter stuff, but now Surge just absolutely counters Edgar and stuff. A lot of other brawlers counter Edgar, and he can't win his 1v1 matchups like he used to. So that's going to be Edgar at number 5. Let's head on to number 4. Now, in my opinion, this one might be the most shocking one out of all of them, but number 4 is going to be Penny. Now, Penny, honestly, she really is just not that good. Throwers have become insanely meta now. There's tons of Tick in the meta. Tick is a top 10 brawler. So, throwers have just become insanely meta. And as we all know, throwers are the one thing that sort of counter Penny turrets. And this is a pick. I think Penny is just very, very overrated. Okay, hold on. I might actually go down here. Penny is very, very overrated. I see her getting banned in Power League. I see her getting picked in Power League. She really shouldn't be getting picked in Power League and Bounty or anything like that. Unless, I don't know, unless it's your only maxed brawler and she's good on the map or something. But yeah, people up high know how to play against Penny. Just don't stack. And even the turret is easy to take out sometimes. If you're smart, you'll obviously place it behind a wall. This is not looking good. We didn't totally waste that gadget. And that's another thing. The gadgets aren't actually that good. Penny's first gadget, the one that I'm using right now, it breaks her turret and the walls that she uses to protect the turret. So it really doesn't make any sense. And the second gadget has the potential to be good, but it really it never hits any target when you use it. So yeah, Penny is going to be the worst brawler in the game. Her damage is not as good. It's not nearly like Jessie's. Jessie's damage was the reason she was brought back into the meta. But yeah, it's not nearly like Jessie's. Let's see. We're going to keep this Jackie alive just because we want to keep talking about Penny a little more. This turret, right, if there was just a thrower, it'd be easy to take out. And as you can see, even a Jackie could just take this out. So yeah, the turret also proves to be very inaccurate. However, that's not really fair to say because, it's balls of fire that makes Penny sort of meta. So yeah, that's going to be number 4, worst brawler in the game. Let's head on to number 3. Alright guys, heading into number 3. Now I know a lot of you guys aren't going to like this, but it is going to be Dynamite. Oh, okay. Hold on, hold up. Okay, yeah. We get out of that situation. But yeah, number 3 is going to be Dynamite. Dynamite just gets outshined by so many other throwers in the game. Well, basically, the other throwers in the game. Like, I know Dynamite recently got a speed buff, but I don't really feel it in a sense. He's just not that good in the meta, guys. Like, his against pro players and stuff like that, the shots are insanely inconsistent, and you want to have consistent shots. Now, real quick before this, I also was thinking about putting Bull on this list too and replacing it with Diner or something. But at the end of the day, I feel like Bull, he can still work out. Like, you see him in Poco Double tank comps or like in Sneaky Fields or something like that. So I guess we can put Bull on the honorable mentions. I know we didn't mention him, but like, you can put Bull on the honorable mentions. But yeah, going back to Dynamite, the only really good thing Dynamite has going for him is his stun gadget. We're really about to get played by this Rico. Hold on. Oh, okay. The amount of things that we wasted there. Okay, well, we lose that, but yeah. It doesn't really matter. Dynamite's not that good anyways. Let's just see what this Rico's doing right now. But yeah, Dynamite is the worst thrower in the game. Sprout has the range. Tick has the range. Barley, his shots are consistent to hit. And honestly, Dynamite gets countered by so many things. If you're up close to a Dynamite, you're most likely going to win the matchup. So, yeah, Dynamite just never really is in any competitive scene or anything. And his shots are just so inconsistent to hit. So that's going to be number 3. Let's head on to number 2. Coming in at number 2, it should be no surprise to anyone that the number 2 worst brawler in the game is going to be Shelly. Now, usually she's number 1, but I actually feel like she can be played... okay, well, she can't really be played in high, like, stuff. But the number 1 brawler is far worse than Shelly. This comes usually because of the buffs and how... And just, like, Shelly got some nice buffs, and this next brawler didn't get any buffs, which sucks. But yeah, Shelly, she just gets bullied around. Clay Pigeon's finish. Oh, we love Clay Pigeon finishes. But yeah, this is really not a surprise. There's nothing much to say. OP at lower trophies, but Shelly's damage is so inconsistent. The Clay Pigeon's gadget is bollocks. And overall, Shelly is just a bad brawler. However, her first star power is seeing some viability again. However, I would never pick Shelly. Her job is like a tank counter, but then again, you have like 60 other tank counters in the game. Let's see. Oh, so we are in showdown with this Crow. You see, yeah, we're never gonna win that matchup with how insanely meta Crow is right now. But yeah, Shelly, she like what? Amber does her job, Colette does her job, B does her job, and they all have range. They all have basically better damage. And they all can provide some sort of control and win their 1v1 matchups. So that's going to be number 2. Shelly shouldn't really come as a surprise. Let's head on to number 1. Heading on to number 1, this should come as no surprise, but it is going to be El Primo. In the 3v3 meta, El Primo just sucks. I've tried to play him at 800 trophy ladder. You're going to get like 1 to 2 supers tops if you're playing against half decent players. Like if they're using a Sandy Jean M's comp, you're never going to get your super. Like, it's just never going to happen, guys. So yeah, Primo really revolves around to super. I will say there are some exceptions where like if you absolutely know a team is going to be like... If a team is going to be running BB, which Primo counters, then you could run like a Primo. But that is under dire circumstances, and even then, there are just better options. Primo's main role is to be a tank while countering other tanks, because he has the best reload speed and unload time and stuff like that compared to brawlers like Jackie, who don't really have all that. But yeah, El Primo has never been a good brawler. It's always been her and Shelly that have been switching back and forth between who's going to be the worst brawler in the game. Also, the jump, it still is hard to hit. I will say if you use the second star power, it will be a little easier to cycle your supers. Of course, Primo's OP in Showdown, but this is a 3v3 meta. And there's nothing more to say. This should not come as any surprise. So we're just going to end this match off right here. Let's see if we can yeet him. Oh, come on. Okay, whatever. We almost died there, actually. But yeah, that's going to be number 1. Again, just as a quick recap, the honorable mentions would be Bull, Leon, and Gale. And then the 5 brawlers in order from best to worst. In a sense, they're all bad, but still would be Edgar, Penny, Dynamite, Shelly, and El Primo. So, yeah, those are, in my opinion, the 5 worst brawlers in a game. Let me know what you think in the comments below, if there should be any brawlers, if there's a brawler that you do agree with or don't agree with. But yeah, this is Cyborg powering down, and I'll see you guys next time.